Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be an unboxing video. Yay! And hopefully it will go more successfully than the unboxing I did yesterday. Well, hint hint, I know that it's going to be more successful than yesterday because I have already opened up this box, but I have boxed her back up so that we can do it together and you can appreciate it in all its glory with the packaging and everything. So what's in this box is a Louis Vuitton. Oh my God, can you believe it? I mean, how could you guess? I don't know. I mean, it's really, really tough to know what is in this box, but let's just see what's inside, because while it is an orange box with Louis Vuitton written on it, there's all sorts of possibilities about what could be inside. So here we go. Let's pull back the curtain. Let's swing the hinge on the magnetic box and see what's inside. This is a brand new item. I don't have to worry about wear and tear on it. It has never been used by anyone, and I have already inspected her, so I know that she is pristine. And look at this, everybody. This is the New Wave. You know, I probably should have looked up the name of this bag before I started the video, but I believe it's the New Wave bag. I know that they had a pochette style of this that had like the little key pouch and strap and stuff, just like the multi-pochette accessoire, but this is a newer style since that one released, I believe, and I'll put the name of it right here. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Well, actually, it's probably here and there, because knowing the name of the bag that I'm opening would probably be one of the most important things in the video. I'll make sure that you know it, at least when you watch this. But this is in the beautiful rose ballerine color, and it has aged gold hardware. Now, that might not be what Louis Vuitton calls it, but that's what I call it, because it is not the shiny, shiny brass that we're all used to with Louis Vuitton. And honestly, I love that about it, because when this gets a little ding on it, it's not going to be nearly so noticeable as it would on, let's say, the Lock Me BB that I just mailed in for repairs a month or so ago. This is going to mask the scratches more, at least on the LV part of it. Now, as far as wear and tear on the leather goes, that may be another story, because light color bags do show more wear than their black and navy counterparts generally. I have already sprayed this bag with Collonil Carbon Pro and let her dry. And just a quick tip, when you do spray your bags, what I tend to do is I do lift up the flap and spray this area underneath. And while I'm at it, I go ahead and spray the flap as well. And then I lay the bag to dry like this. And the reason I do that is because in the past, with some contemporary bags, if I closed it too quickly, even if it looked like it was dry, I would end up with kind of a wet look right here that didn't go away, at least not right away. And so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any of that on this gorgeous luxury bag. I like that it has this quilting on it. I think that it is very luxurious. I may have already said luxurious once in this video, but I'm just feeling very luxurious. Let's go ahead and open her up and look inside. She has a gorgeous pink microfiber lining, and that scares me just a wee little bit, but hopefully it will be okay and I won't get her too stained or messed up. There's a generous front pocket. Then the center part has a zippered compartment like so. As you can see, I've got the cards and the price tag inside. It's the chain bag MM, new model, New Wave, and rose ballerine. So it is the chain bag MM, new model. I think I'll leave those little cards down in there so I can figure that out. There's a generous pocket right back here that'll be great for cash, as long as you're not too worried about getting the bag dirty on this beautiful lining. And then another pocket back there, which is just slightly smaller in feeling than the front pocket because it doesn't expand quite as much. The closure is magnetic. It is a strong closure, but it is not so strong that you can't lift it up without stressing the leather. And if you look here, there's a little bit of a lip right there, which will help you grab the correct location down on this bit. I did go ahead and remove the plastic film from the magnet because magnets tend to be stronger without that plastic film on them. And this magnet wasn't so strong like some of the Saint Laurent ones are, that it couldn't use just a little bit of extra strength. So much like my Tory Burch Kira bags, this bag has a leather brake at the top that's a little bit longer than the type of leather brake you get if there are two of them. I like that a lot because it allows you to wear the bag crossbody much more comfortably. You can position exactly where this is on your shoulder. If you have two leather brakes of equal size, you cannot position those leather brakes on your shoulder. You have to move the bag to get the brake in the right spot. So for example, you might have to have it on the side to get the brake to hit you in the right spot, or you might have to have the bag in front of you because that brake moves depending on where the bag is hanging on your body. Let's go ahead and try her on. What do you say? I tend to carry my chain bags on the shoulder. I like to protect them. This is very comfortable, rests right in the curve of my hip. So for me at 5'8", size medium, about 145 pounds, this is a really nice fit. And I imagine it would be a great fit for a lot of people because where it hits here can move just a little bit and still be comfortable. Let's go ahead and try her on crossbody. You'd want to go ahead and use the leather brake on your shoulder. I'm going to have to squat down so you can see. But let me just show you. See, if I pull this forward, I can move the leather brake further down in front of my chest. If I pull it backwards, I can move it down further on my back. So I can position this where this little bit hits me in just the perfect spot. And I think it's adorable crossbody. Now with jeans, I mean, I would probably spray my jeans too before I wore this bag, so it would have a double layer of protection against denim transfer. But that's a tip I picked up from Chase Amy a long time ago, and I haven't really had any denim transfer except for this cute little toy Loulou that I have in light natural. I did get some denim transfer right on the corners, but because I had sprayed the bag, it wiped right off, and then I just applied some more Collonil Carbon Pro to her to protect her for the next time. So the bag that I have that is most like this one would be my small Loulou. You can see that the New Wave chain bag in the MM size is wider than the small Loulou. Let's just put them bottom to bottom and check that out. It's just a hair wider, but you can see it's not quite as deep. So I imagine the capacity would be pretty similar. The New Wave has a little extra width, but not quite as much depth. If I had to guess, I would bet that the small Loulou holds just a tiny bit more because that depth provides you a lot of extra space. Also, the lining on this Loulou, I think it's thinner because it is a textile instead of the microfiber, and it makes the center compartment thinner, so I do feel like there's more space in the small Loulou than there is in this New Wave bag. You can see how compressed that back pocket is by just looking at it. Of course, I'm gonna have plenty of room for any goodies that I would want to have. I'm gonna go ahead and try on the small Loulou next to the New Wave bag so I can show you the difference in the leather brakes. When pulled taut, this piece goes in like that and it stops where the holes and the chain and the leather bit all meet. And so therefore, if you look at where the leather brake is, it's right here. If I want to have the bag right here. Now, if I move the bag to my side a little bit more, like that, then the leather brake moves down my neck just a little bit further. Compare that to the Louis Vuitton design where you have the one longer leather brake. You can imagine that crossbody, this bag is not as comfortable as this one. On the shoulder though, I do feel like the small Loulou is more comfortable than the New Wave because you can get both of those brakes going over the top of your shoulder versus having one brake and a chain. The way that I combat that is I tend to put the brake on my shoulder and then I just kind of flop the chain over the top of it. And that really enhances the comfort level of the bags that have the longer brake. If I had to choose one chain design over another, I would choose the one with the longer brake. However, I can't lie, I absolutely love my small Loulou bags and I wouldn't trade them for anything. So I'm so glad I have both in my collection. When I store these bags, I'm getting ready to put her back up on the shelf. I go ahead and I pull that chain to the inside and I close her up and I leave those bits laying on the top like that. So there's no chain that's draping over the leather. I do that with all of my bags with chains. I pull them in as much as I can, try to leave it on top. It's harder for me to do that with bags that have the longer leather break, like this New Wave, because as you can see, you can't pull that whole leather break in there, but you can get the whole chain in there. So then I'll just try to kind of drape the leather bit so where it's not laying directly on a quilt, or at least it's not putting much pressure on one, so that I don't end up with any dents in the quilting. So I would say that the leather on the Gucci Marmont here in Porcelain Rose feels very similar to the New Wave bag. The New Wave bag feels like it has a slightly more matte finish, and I think you can see that in terms of the sheen on each of these bags. This one feels like it has more of a protective coating to it than the New Wave bag, and because of that, the New Wave bag just isn't quite as shiny as the Gucci bag. So I think that about does it for this beautiful bag. I'm of course going to wear her and I can let you know how things fit inside in an upcoming video. But for now, I want to go ahead and release this video hot off the presses so that I can find this beauty's home on my shelves and admire her outside of the box. She broke out of the box today, guys. I have 3 more bags on the floor next to me that I need to do videos on. So I have a lot of upcoming eye candy for you that you've never seen before, at least not in my closet. You may remember the Valentino Romanstead in the pink color. I submitted that to Rebag and did a trade, and I used it towards one of the other ones I have here. Basically, the idea was that in the end, I would end up with this pink bag instead of that pink bag. And this pink works better with my wardrobe. I bought a couple of tops to go with that Valentino Romanstead bag. And I mean, they work, but they also work with this bag because they've got multiple colors in them. And I find that the rose ballerine color is just better for me than the pink borealis Romanstead bag. That bag is now back on Rebag, or at least it was yesterday. So if you're interested in it, you will find it there and you could pick it up probably for a pretty good price. I guess that's it. I just need to tell you, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @, then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.